Saying to you to be bright and early. The birds are chirping, the trees are swaying, and the sun is definitely beaming. It is a beautiful day, but what plans do we have for today? Girls?
Let me ask you something first. Are you intrigued as how I can keep this camera from tumbling to the ground, and in what ways can I generate motions?
Obviously, just by taking action. However, one must wonder how. Aren't you curious on how can I write? How can I take a sip of water? How can I play with my dog? So join me in gaining an understanding of the human body. The human body is an amazing machine, and I'm here to help you to learn more about it through the disciplines of anatomy and physiology. Anatomy is the branch of biology concerned with the study of the structure of organisms and their parts, and the science of how those parts work together to function and keep the body alive is known as physiology. In short, anatomy focuses on what the body is, whereas physiology focuses on what it does. There are two anatomical subdivisions. First is the macroscopic anatomy, which is the study of the large body structures such as the kidneys, heart, and lungs, while the second subdivision is the microscopic anatomy, which requires microscope because it is invisible to our naked eye, such as the DNA. But before we proceed, let us go back first to history to know when anatomy first became a big thing to people. Anatomy has a lengthy history, dating back to sacrificial victims and continuing to modern anatomies and scientists. Papyri were used in Egyptian burial traditions to describe human organs and parts. Ancient Greece explored bodily form and function. Alcmaeon, Empedocles, and Hippocrates studied life, disease, and physical function. Aristotle advocated dissection to better understand biology. In the Hellenistic period, Herophilos and Erasistratus dissected people. Galen's animal dissection resulted in key anatomy and discoveries. Galen's anatomical work was included in the medical curriculum during the Middle Ages. The Renaissance re-evaluated Galen's medical works and revitalized anatomical dissections. Mondino de Lucy, Berengario da Carpi, and Jacques Dubois all contributed significant anatomical work, culminating in Andreas Berzelius' landmark work, De Humani Corporis Fabrica, 1543. Since then, scientists and doctors have researched organ structure and function.
Where do all these cadavers lead us exactly? It leads us to knowing our body systems and their functions. First, we have the integumentary system, which is the skin's external cover. It protects against harm to the deeper tissues. The muscular system follows, which consists of the bones that protects and support the body. We now have the muscular system, which consists of the muscles that move the body. Where do you believe your brain, sensory receptors, nerves, and spinal cord are located? It regulates homeostasis by increasing muscle contraction and gland secretion through the nervous system. The endocrine system regulates biological activities by secreting hormones. How does your blood get into your body? Naturally, by cardiovascular system. And have you ever wondered why you never had a virus? Thanks to the lymphatic immune system, which protects the body by combating foreign substances that enter the body. The respiratory system oxygenates the blood while eliminating carbon dioxide. The digestive system breaks down food for digestion. Indigestible food is eliminated as feces. The urinary system regulates the body's fluid, electrolytes, and acid-base balance. And finally, the reproductive system is responsible for birth. Steph, kakain na! Ay, we're gonna eat lang pala. Give me a second. All living things, no matter how big or small, have traits in common that set them apart from parts of nature, like rocks or soil, that lack life. Here are the 10 characteristics of life: responsiveness, movement, reproduction, respiration, growth, digestion, absorption, assimilation, circulation, and excretion. Scientists use these characteristics to determine what constitutes a living being and what does not in the actual world. Do you know what is happening to me right now? Digestion, of course. The human body is remarkably well organized with numerous levels of structure keeping life processes running smoothly. To put it simply, everything starts with the atom. Just think of yourself as a collection of atoms, roughly 7 octillion of them. As a group of atoms form a molecule, a group of molecules forms an organelle. However, the smallest type of living things are cells, which are the next level up from chemistry of atoms and molecules. The size and structure of a cell may change drastically from one kind to another, but all cells share certain fundamental properties. Cells tend to cluster together with other cells that share similar characteristics to form tissues, the next level of organization. Organs are a group of multiple types of tissues. When multiple organs coordinate, they are solid to form an organ system, like how your digestive system works together, like liver, stomach, intestines, to turn that slice of pizza into stool. And when everything is put together, the organisms represents the highest point of organization.
The ability to maintain a relatively stable internal state that persists despite changes in the world outside is called homeostasis, and it's another unifying theme in anatomy and physiology. Sustaining a balance between materials and energy is also essential into our lives. To generate and disseminate energy, we require all the substances required by the body. What are they though? There are 5 in total. Water is the most abundant substance in our body. Following that, food supplies energy to the body. In our body, it is composed of 18% protein, 7% mineral, 15% fat, and 60% water. Moreover, we need oxygen, which makes up to 20% of the air we breathe compared to 78% nitrogen and 2% other gases. We also need a perfect body temperature, which is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius, and it is created through muscle action. Lastly, we require proper blood pressure, which is normally 120 by 180. Going back, anatomical terminology has evolved over time to include a consistent set of directional phrases for describing the relationship of one body part to another. The coronal, sagittal, and transverse plates are the divisions of the human body. But today, we're going to learn about the directional terms of anatomy. So as we approach the conclusion, let's condense this. Superior cranial features are at the top, while inferior caudal are at the bottom. Anterior ventral refers to the front of the body, and posterior dorsal to the back. The area towards the middle is called median, and those farther are lateral. Proximal limbs are closer to the body's trunk than distal limbs. Other key terms include superficial, which means situated near the surface, while peripheral means outward or also near the surface. The easiest term, external, means outside the body. Internal implies inside. Parietal refers to cavity walls and visceral to cavity organs. So there you have it, guys!
Each of us is a stunningly perfect organism with a unique makeup and design that allows us to carry out our bodily functions and maintain our very own lives.
I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I hope you learned something about your body that you call home today.
We'll see you again in the next vlogs. Bye!